How's it, everybody? And a warm welcome to the NFT show. I'm your host, Philip Kalinko, and tonight we're going to be looking at relatively new projects that are mooning in a very, very bearish market. And why we think they're mooning, and dive deep into them. But before we do, let's have a look over here. OpenSea volume for yesterday was slightly up, 42 million. From the days before, which were both about 33 million. So what's that, about a 25% increase, which is good. However, 40 million is still incredibly low. I mean, you look all the way through this year, we haven't seen anything as low as that. 30 million was actually the lowest since September. So definitely very much in a bear market at the moment. If we jump onto OpenSea and have a look what is performing well in the last 24 hours, we've got other deep by either side. Top volume traded in the last 24 hours. We then have our friends OK Bears on Solana, who we're going to be looking at tonight. We've got Karafu's 3D collection. It was sitting at number 3. They're still minting on public. The problem is their mint price is 0.475 and the floor price here is 0.43. So yeah, going to be interesting. They did say that if they don't mint out in the next, I think they said 10 hours, then they're going to just mint the rest of the collection to the community wallet. So yeah, that's quite interesting over there. We've got Bored Ape Yacht Club dipped under 100 ETH, sitting at 97.75. We then have PXN Ghost Division, which we're going to be taking a deep dive look into tonight, sitting at 1.75 Ethereum. Clone X has moved up since last week to 14.29. I still think that that's a great entry if you're playing with a lot of money. Moonbird sitting at 25 Ethereum. Mutants slightly down below 20. Bored Ape Solana Club, another Solana project, sitting at 28 Solana. Azuki sitting at 13.8. BBRC, Ivy Boys, they revealed 2 days ago they were sitting at about 0.12, and they've jumped in the last couple of days to 0.25. We're going to be looking at them tonight as well. Then we've got Milady Maker, which has been appearing on my radar the last couple of days everywhere. Definitely will make a time to look into those. TBAC, which TBH, I'm not sure what it is. RTFKT, the MNLTH box, sitting at 7.25. That's up a lot. They were about 5 Ethereum when I opened my box last week. If you haven't seen that, we've got it on our channel. Spoiler alert, I didn't get the rarest. Spoiler alert, I didn't get the most common. So if you want to watch it, jump onto our YouTube channel and have a look what I got. And then we've got another Solana project sitting at 25 Sol, Reptilian Renegade. So that's the OpenSea volume in the last 24 hours. If we just have a look here, just to get an overview, this is also the last 24 hours, just to see, sorted according to 24-hour volume, what we're seeing green and what we're seeing red. And if you can have a look here, pretty much a mixed bag, if I have to just sort of guess. Pretty much a mixed bag. If we sort according to floor price, the biggest jump in the last 24 hours has been this Milady. Then Jenkins the Valet, who just announced that they've raised $12 million in seed funding. Then our RTKFT box, Art of the Seasons, Space Riders, and so on. So that just gives you a nice overview. If we jump into the crypto markets, they're actually not looking as bad as you would think. Not great, but the reason I say that is because the Nasdaq is down over 4% today. And that is the reason that we're seeing these drops over here. But I've been quite surprised so far. I mean, touch wood, but Ethereum and Bitcoin seem to have found some sort of support. Bitcoin just under 30 and Ethereum just under 2,000. Still early days, still very risky space to play with at the moment. But yeah, interesting to see. Then another thing I would like to do as well is just to see on IC Tools what's trending as far as sorted by sales in the last 5 minutes, just currently as we sit here, what's trending. So the randoms, which I've never heard of, sitting at 100 sales in the last 5 minutes. Might have been a free mint looking at the floor price. And then Metaverse Genesis Minis, the mini blocks that they released, they revealed like now. So you're going to see some volume as people offload and buy into the more rares. And then nothing else notable over here. There's our friends BBRC that we're going to be looking into. All right, so I think let's start with OK Bears, because they've been making a lot of waves lately in the Solana world, and that's spilt over into the Ethereum world, right? And that alone is quite bullish for me, because OK Bears is the single only project on Solana that has been able to get ETH's attention. Okay, so that's bullish. That just in and of itself, that's bullish. Okay, so every alpha group I'm in is starting to look into Solana. I launched a Solana alpha channel in the NFT show Discord today as well. Because these guys have shown us that a Solana project can make waves, and I think the fact that it's such a bear market at the moment, but these have been so bullish is quite incredible. So let's try to figure this out and see what's going on here. But yeah, Solana project. Usually for Solana, we would go on to Magic Eden. Here you see them on the Magic Eden marketplace over here. But recently, OpenSea allowed for Solana projects on OpenSea. It's still in beta, the Solana side of OpenSea. I think that also played into this. This was really the first successful mint when OpenSea had Solana, right? So when OpenSea moved over to Solana a couple of weeks ago, or allowed Solana on their platform, all of those were existing projects. But this was the first really successful new project, and obviously that's catching the attention of Ethereum people, because when I'm looking here as an Ethereum guy, I'm seeing Solana projects and I'm starting to think what's going on here. So I think all of this plays into it. I think it's really, perfect timing, right place, right time. On top of that, if we have a look at the art, the artwork is very clean, and everyone is drawing parallels between Bored Ape Yacht Club and these guys, just as far as the style goes. Clean art, relatable clothing, and the big thing here as well is their slogan that they really play off is everything's going to be okay, everything's okay. And I think in this market, that's the perfect message as well. We have seen a bit of a retracement here. Just show you on activity. If we just go here, you'll see that, it hit as high as equivalent of 7 Ethereum. Is currently about 5.2 Ethereum. So the equivalent of 7 Ethereum yesterday and the day before. Today, the average price seems to be dropping. But, nothing goes up forever, and it could be finding a support, and then people will wait and see. And then from there, it's anyone's guess where it goes. If the team delivers, then this will continue going up. And if the team disappoints, then this won't continue going up, right? The other thing that's really been amazing on their side is their holders have been incredibly vocal on Twitter. So every time, this is their official Twitter, so they're not retweeting everyone's tweets, but every single time that someone gets wow, that's a really unique bear. I haven't seen that one. That must be really rare. Every time someone buys a bear, they tweet, and the whole community retweets. Look how cool that is. It's a really, really lacquer. I mean, I love the art. I really do. Legitimately, really, really like the art. So yeah, these guys have successfully made waves in the Ethereum space. I do think it's important for us not to romanticize Solana just because of this. Yes, I do think that this is a good project with good potential, and we're going to look at their roadmap and everything shortly. You can see here, huge following, 136,000. So yeah, I do think that this particular project has got good potential. Obviously, risky as always, and do your own research. But Solana in and of itself is not perfect. The benefits of Solana is that the gas is non-existent pretty much, and anyone who trades on Ethereum knows how much they pay in gas and how much that accumulates as you keep paying and paying and paying. So Solana, that's a huge benefit, is that the gas fees are tiny to the point that they're almost non-existent, especially if you're coming from an Ethereum gas side. You won't believe it. Also, the Solana transactions are pretty quick, are very quick. And the entry price in general, just jumping out of OK Bears, the entry price in general on these projects is a lot more reasonable than the entry price on new Ethereum projects. So that's really, really positive. Here you see that reptilian one that we saw on the chart, right? And you can see here their current floor price is 20 SOL. So what's that? I think about $1,000, if I'm not mistaken. So a lot cheaper. But I don't want us to romanticize it. There's a lot more rug pulls out there on Solana, and Ethereum has its fair amount. And on top of that, on the Sol side, the tools that we look at, like IC tools, and they aren't that developed yet on the Solana side, on Magic Eden, finding upcoming drops and tools and things like that. But that will come. So yeah, definitely great to see a project getting Solana in the spotlight. Everyone's saying Solana summer. I don't know so much about that, but definitely I'm interested in OK Bears. I'm taking a wait and see approach at the moment. And I want to see where it goes, but it definitely has done incredibly well in this particular market. So if we jump onto the website, it says a place to fit in, a place to stand out, which in and of itself is great, almost like everyone is welcome. The OK Bears is a culture shift, an extraordinary brand built by ordinary people in a polar world of winners and losers, heroes and villains, artists and builders. The middle ground has been left barren. That very ground lays the foundations of the park, where it's okay to be okay. An immaculate collection of 10,000 diverse bears that grant you exclusive access to the park, where together we build a virtuous community that will transcend the internet into the real world. Through meaningful member-only merch drops, outdoor campaigns, exclusive live events and collaborations with indie business and world-renowned brands, we create a community-centric, globally recognized brand that is a force for good. Together, we are okay. So I think that's really nice message. If we have a look here on the team side of things, I did jump onto their socials. Their socials are pictures of their bears, so I don't think that they are fully doxed at this point, which is something to be aware of. But here on their website, which is okbears.com, you can see the team and just read a little bit about their background over here. So you can see here, it does look like a decent sized team. Got 12 people shown on the website, but only socials for the two co-founders. Sorry, and then if we just jump on to show you what I'm saying. So here, Kais joined November 2021. And again, there's not personal information here. It's all about OK Bears. And Subby was a bit earlier. What's that? April 2021. And again, here, not nothing that's like personal pictures or things like that. So yeah, I think at this stage, not doxed. Do like how when you mouse over, they move. It's pretty cool. All right. And then build with us. Our brand is built by the community. You've got links to their websites, Twitter, and Discord. But if we go to Blueprint, which is their roadmap, you'll see they're doing this whole sort of theme of the park, which they spoke about in the intro. So let's start there. And it says, at the core of OK Bears is a digital space built in the middle ground of the metaverse, where it's okay to be okay. A delightful Discord channel. A Discord with no OGs, no kings, no peasants. So everyone's equal, almost like, what was that farm book? Everyone's equal, but some people are more equal than others. I'm sure you guys know what I mean. Gallery, championing artists in the NFT space. OK Bears Gallery, the place to marvel at. So they're going to have some sort of physical gallery, I would imagine, maybe a virtual one. Curated fan art display. and in real life pop-up exhibitions. Platform, a series of initiatives championing through leadership and innovation across the Solana blockchain and its leading communities. And they want to do keynotes, conferences, and meetups, community grants, and copyright licensing. So here, and then we go to the boutique over here. Here they're saying merch. I know they wanted to give the community wristbands that say we're okay, which I actually think is quite cool. But I mean, it's not enough, and everyone freaked out. And then they said, no, listen, we're also doing like hoodies and things like that, but we don't want to give you just anything. We want it to feel like a bear hug, and we're really getting the best merch we can, which I think is great. I think, you know what, do things properly, even if you have to delay it slightly. Limited edition collectibles, so concept art prints and 3D crafts, and they want to also possibly do fashion brands. You can see collaborations with different fashion brands, which I actually think is quite interesting because the artwork definitely does lead itself to doing collabs with fashion brands very, very nicely. And we're seeing that actually now with Invisible Friends. They've partnered with Keith, a fashion brand, and because also the person's invisible, it allows the fashion to stand out. Let me have a look here. Workshop will continue to grow the OK Bears brand together with a combination of authentic grassroots community engagement and public awareness projects, including outdoor advertising and corporate social responsibility. So they want to do online community activations, real-world outdoor marketing campaigns, and one-of-one CSR auctions. Also really like on the website that they've got progress bars that they keep updating. I think that's really cool. And they've actually, they started on a lot of the stuff. Remember, it is an early project, so you do need to give them a chance to build. So Studio is to gain priority access to future collections, art, community, lo-fi, and an endless stream of vibes. Future NFT drops. They wouldn't have a channel unless they had something planned. Community lo-fi mixtapes. So we're putting together a curated collection of lo-fi albums made by the community and published on Spotify, which is also quite cool and different. I mean, none of these in and of themselves are like, wow. But when you put it all together, you start to see that they really do value community building, and that sort of thing. And there's a lot on the go here. Regular concept art wallpaper drops, again, not massive on its own. And then bear market. So that's currently on Magic Eden. But what they want to do is they want to make their own bear market on Magic Eden, which is also interesting. And I know that they do have a good relationship with Magic Eden, because anytime I've been seeing sort of copycat collections on Magic Eden, they get taken down very quickly, which is very positive. Token gated e-commerce and Shopify. So holder only access to merch through seamless integration with Shopify. And in real life, OK Bear pop-up stores. So that's a good overview of OK Bears. I'll tell you honestly, it's been quite tempting to pull the trigger here a few times, and I'm holding myself back. Because I do think with the market as it is, and as we've all got short-term memory problems in this space, as something else comes out, not necessarily on Solana, but as something else happens, these might be able to be picked up at a lower price, and that's what I'm waiting for. I like them, and I think that there's a chance that these guys could do very, very, very well. They've already done very well, but I do think there's a chance that they could do very well. You can see here the ETH price currently is 5.5 ETH, so definitely not cheap, but one that you have to have on your radar for sure. So that is OK Bears. The next project that I'm very bullish on, legitimately, is Aquitars, and we all know that there was that contract problem that they had when they've got 10 different chapters. We're gonna jump into it, and I'll show you. This is these are a mixture of all the 10 chapters. But when they launched these guys that are sitting on the floor, they tried to do a fair Dutch auction in their contract. There was a problem, and they ended up refunding something like $20 million or something to that effect. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was that, which is absolutely incredible. And they even joked about it when ETH dropped, which I thought was so funny. When ETH dropped, they said, the good news is that the refund amount only works out to like 15 million or 10 million or whatever, now that ETH is so low, which I thought was quite cool. But obviously, we'll see the team is very notable here, and, you expect that from them. But, millions and millions of dollars is not a joke. And they did it quickly and they did it properly. And the reason they had the problem was because they were trying to innovate in a way with their minting way and be fair to the community. So it was really unfortunate. This is the artwork over here. I mean, I'll just open the floor one. Obviously, you get much rarer than what's sitting on the floor. But just to give you an idea, so it's a mixture of sort of a person and these helmets that have got different things going on. And we'll jump onto their website and get a bit more background shortly. Just want to give you a better idea of the artwork. And after that, I want to show you the activity. So just to give you a good idea of the artwork, you can see it's a nice diverse range. Often you'll scroll down and you'll see ones next to each other that look the same. These definitely stand out from each other. I mean, look, you can't see their faces, so art is subjective. But again, the artwork is just buying you a ticket into this Aku verse, right? And that's really what matters more. And the art is definitely on my side, in the middle. I don't mind it. And when you see what their plans are and who's behind the projects, it does get a lot more interesting. So you can see here they launched on the 26th of April, which is 3 weeks ago. And you can see here, and you had a bit of a drop, and then a dip, and then it sort of found support here at 0.9. Then there was a bit of a pump here, dipped again. So you can see for yourself, I mean, it's definitely holding very, very well considering the current market conditions. If we jump onto their website over here, well, that gives you a good idea of the different art, even though it's quite quick. All right, so who is Aku? Aku is one of the world's first ever digital explorers whose confidence and ingenuity have him on a mission to prove that no dream is too big and no obstacle is too large. And then here, Aku is a character created by former MLB player turned artist Mika Johnson after hearing a young boy ask, "Can astronauts be black?" And that's why when we go into the collection, you see that all the characters are black. But again, I just want to go back, to items. I mean, but until I read that, I honestly didn't notice that at all. Until I read that on the website and came back and looked. This one's actually really nice. You can see this is a rarer one. But I mean, look how cool that is. It's really, really sick. All right, so we've got a notable, successful MLB player behind us, Micah Johnson. And I've said it a few times before, when someone has found success, especially in sports, but I mean in anything, has been an entrepreneur before, started a business from nothing, a successful athlete, they've got grit, and that's always good for a project. They're not going to give up as the going gets tough, which it always inevitably does in every project at some stage. So that's always good. So Akka was released to the world on February the 21st, 2021 as an NFT in the form of an animated video. This animation was chapter 1 of what is now a 10-chapter series that collectively lays the foundation of the Akka world. So if we go here, chapter 1, Genesis, you can see of the 15,000 that we looked at, there are 1,402 Genesis, and the floor price is around 1 Ethereum. Oh, you can see I'm still in old Ethereum prices. The floor price is almost 2 Ethereum, so 1.75 or around about there. And then chapter 2, you can see the supply and the price and so on and so forth. But that's all made up in the 15,000 collection. And then, this is a great article to read. So you can just jump on their website, aku.world. But then if we come over here, it tells us a bit more about the chapters, the rarity, but I want to take you to the full team and then to the roadmap. So we've got Micah Johnson, as we said. Then we've got Summer Watson as the president, head of legal Amanda, which is always good to have. You think of most of these projects that are launching with one or two guys doing it part-time while they still carry on with their day job. They've never even heard of a head of legal. So just that is bullish to me in general, to have that position. It just shows that they are thinking long-term here, which is always good. And then you've got Kristen Fraser as brand partnerships, the creative council. This was loading earlier. Don't know why. Let's just try refresh it quickly and see if it gives us the images. No. Okay, and then the whole team there. So there is a decent team, a PR consulting division. If we jump onto here, FAQ is really what tells you more about sort of their plans. So Moon Guard is there's only like 570 Moon Guards, and that's people who have the Genesis ones, and they get additional benefits. Commercial rights over here. We've assembled some of the best and most experienced people in their respective industries to steer the Aku ship, and it's our belief that the Aku IP is best suited for everyone if it's in our hands to ensure that Aku can grow to become one of the most recognized and impactful characters the world has ever seen, and to generate for generations to come. So you do not, from this, it seems that you do not own the IP rights to your NFT. How do I buy? Here's all the different chapters, which all fall under. So if you go onto OpenSea over here and just go onto Aquitars, you can sort them according to chapters over here. Type OG Mecha handmade custom, neck, helmet, hand, background accessory. Yeah, there must be that there. It's not giving all of them. All right, so guys, we've got a good project, notable team, holding really, really well. Just want to see here. This website is really nice, but it takes a while to load. Let's go back to press and see if it goes there. No, it's glitching a bit, guys. Anyway, I mean, I do think it's worth looking into further, and it's one that's definitely on my radar for sure. If we jump onto their Twitter over here, you can have a look here, 33,000 followers, joined in March this year. This is what I was trying to get to, yeah. Okay, and here you can see some of what they've got planned. So in real life exhibitions, immersive visuals, digital projects, products, physical products, wearables, materials and assets, virtual spaces, environment, user-generated content, short-form content, linear content can exist as an NFT. So they're saying it's a single asset to be interruptible across the Akuverse. So they've got their in real life exhibits, their virtual worlds, the content side. So yeah, that was something that I saw. Again, I mean, I like the art, I like the team behind it, and definitely one that I think you should keep on your radar for sure. All right, the next project that we have is PXN Ghost Division. This launched recently, revealed about a day or two ago. People generally, from my hearing, were not huge on the art, and we have seen a dip. So if we just go onto activity over here, we have seen a dip. There always is a dip after reveal. Here you can see this was pre-reveal. The average floor price was 3.8 Ethereum. And if we have a look now, our floor price is half that, more or less. So 1.7 Ethereum. So there is natural to have a dip after reveal. Whether it keeps going down or finds support is yet to be seen. But this one is really interesting because it's from the founders of Nanoverse, which is a project that we've covered quite extensively on this channel, on the NFT show. If you search for Nanoverse, you'll find a few videos that we've done on them. They're a metaverse project that has held up pretty well. Very well. They're sitting at about 3 ETH from under 0.1 ETH mint. And, they were the ones who were famous for doing black boxes once a week that either give you fragments that then give you whitelist into other projects, or that they give you different things. In the beginning, they were giving NFTs. They then stopped doing the NFTs. But Nanoverse, even though relatively new compared to like an NFT Worlds or something, but still from last year, and has held up nicely. So this is from that team, which is always very, very bullish. They've this PXN, they've got a PXN token that they're going to be rolling out. So let's just have a look here on their website. So it says the underbelly of Web3, a shadow vague, formless, but eternal. It might play in my ear. I don't think you'll have sound. But let's see. And play. There we go. So just a bit of a promo video with rap music in the background. So if you see here, it says Phantom, your NFT serves as your login token and avatar. Showcase your prized NFTs from our list of onboarded projects. Then Classifieds, it's a crypto-based marketplace where you can buy and sell your Web2 items and Web3 coin. Sorry. Okay, they're trying to be mysterious there. All right, so if we have a look here and jump on the team, see here Ray, who's the founder of Nanoverse as well. Let's just click on here. Yeah, I mean, you can see he's got a very notable following. Nanoverse Project PFN, and he's doing another project, NFT Keys, over here, which also has a huge, huge following. So yeah, I mean, he's definitely doing something right in the space. COO, let's open up here. Joined 2018, also working on the same projects. So look, I mean, definitely proven that they are builders in the space with a successful project before it. I think we should actually, we'll go through these FAQs. I just want to show you Nanoverse or Nanopass, Project Nanopass over here, just in case you haven't seen it before. So I'm sure this, you've seen these, they were very, very hyped when they dropped. A floor price of 2.7 Ethereum. And yeah, the big thing is their weekly black boxes. So that's what the project before this one was. Let's go back here. Okay, so what is PXN? PXN is our vision for Web3 experience. It allows users to view the world through an entirely different lens. PXN builds out a network of utilities that will let you thrive within the Web3 environment. What are ghosts? Ghosts are your access pass to PXN. And what are the utilities? So it tells us to go to tokenomics, which we'll go to. How many guys are available? 10,000. Mint price was Dutch auction. We have a fair Dutch auction starting at 2 ETH. How can you join Discord Marketplace? Okay, let's jump into tokenomics. So Lube is the token. PXN will be essential. You'll be able to customize your NFTs. Subscription fees for the PXN platform tools. Mint future collections. RAT listing fees, grey market listing fees, optional service. So each of the ghosts, which are these PFPs, which are the PFPs that we saw, each ghost generates 5 PXN tokens a day. And based on your internal rank in the ecosystem, it can be more than that. It can be used to power up the ecosystem. Certain NFTs will be customizable, and it also serves as your subscription to the PXN tools. So I just want to have a look here. This rat keeps saying taken out. Grey market. The grey market's a platform to trade real-life products, with crypto. Runs on a private blockchain on the Phantom network, almost like an e-commerce approach in Web3. They also say that they do a weekly white box for this collection. Let's just go back to PXN. A weekly white box, basically the same concept as Nanoverse. Boxes reward the investors of the project by distributing PXN tokens, accessories, tickets, and more. Okay, so we've spoken a lot about the team. This project was really, really hyped, and it's going to be interesting to see what it does after this. This is a typical bell curve that we do see after reveal, but I do think it's a wait and see approach to see where it settles for sure. But yeah, definitely one that's interesting to be to keep on your radar, like I keep saying. Not financial advice, to your own research. Okay. The next one we got is another anime project that has been also doing very well in this market and has caught my attention because it's always on the charts. Lots of anime projects. I think it's time for the next meta, guys. I don't know what you guys say. Roman. Let's go, bro. So nice to see you. I love that LFG every show, man. Always good. So here we can see also reveal, big dip post-reveal, sort of found support and is now, same sort of support here of about 1.4. Is now, still trying to find that support, up and down, up and down. Again, this is not a normal market, but we can see collection size here, 7,800, or exactly 7,777. About a 48% distribution, give or take, which is not bad, but I'm sure as it gets a bit older, it will get better. Floor price just over 1 Ethereum, and volume traded so far 18,000 Ethereum, which is incredible in this market, and especially considering that this project has only been out since the 28th of April. Let's just show you a bit better pictures of art here, just to give you an idea. So your typical anime art. Again, I mean, it's more about the utility that you get. Don't judge an NFT by its cover. So these guys are in-game characters and access to the ecosystem, their game ecosystem, which will be a P2E and a PvP game. So the utility is that, and it's quite a good utility. You've got playable characters in the game. You've got breeding coming up, and we'll jump onto their website as well. You've got a marketplace, the Manga Chapter, like storytelling, extensive gameplay, classes that you can learn, level ups, craft objects looted from the game into NFTs. They've also got an in-game token, in-game decentralized exchange, and a staking system. Okay, so let's just jump onto their website over here. I like their website. And there is a demo that you can play already. And there's also that manga. I did see it as well. So let's just read what they say here. It's a true metaverse. It's accessible on all browsers. Ragnarok is fun and hyper-social, a blend of lure, Web3, metaverse, and a role-playing game. Enter a new dimension, play, chat, and hang out using your NFT as digital identity. A collection of 7,777. Your exclusive access, become your profile picture and your in-game character. The game is that you're slaying monsters, you're looting objects, and you're crafting NFTs. I like that, crafting NFTs. Gain experience and level ups and change classes. Trade, earn, and own real estate. The line between the physical and digital. So yeah, sounds really, really good. I love the way that they've done this roadmap. So you can see here, number 1 over here is the demo, which they've already done, which we can play. Then number 2 is the mint, which we've seen. Number 3 is playable characters. Number 4, here's the breeding over here. She's gone past it. Number 5 is the marketplace. Number 6 is the first Manga Chapter, which I've seen a preview of. Number 7 is the Combat Monsters. Number 8 is Level Up. Number 9 is NFT items in-game. Number 10 is Rag Economy. That's the token, the in-game token. Then we've got here, and as you go there, it tells you, like you can see here, this will be released in September, which is really nice. I like the way they do it. That's the combat players. This is the buildings, so it must be like Metaverse. Seika instead of Sega. And then Pixel Dimension here in December, a new map, a new world, what will come next. So well thought out, well put together. I really like it. The team is huge. Very, very large team. So let's start here at the beginning. Wow, it's hard to even keep track. Okay. A specialized team includes blockchain developers, game design, UI and UX design, storytelling, writing, scenario writing, artists, and so on. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot. They did well at their marketing for this for sure. Price behavior is going to be seen. We don't really know yet. Smart money, I did see that there was quite a lot of smart money in this. So I saw Dingaling, Nate Rivers, Saint Bayview, Wizard of Soho, Crypto Fundoom, and many more. So yeah, I mean, again, just want to bring it to you in case you've seen it everywhere and was wondering what it was about. This should give you a good overview of what it's about. You can go through to their website, have a look further at their manifesto if you like, and explore further. Just to quickly jump on their Twitter, you can see a massive, massive Twitter following. 176,000 from October 2021. Yeah, so interesting one, guys. And again, one just to put on your radar for you to watch, and let's see, going to be interesting to see where it ends up. All right, the next project I wanted to show you guys as well, which has been popping up and is very, very recent, is Genesis. I don't know if you say Genesis or Genesis. Not sure. The Girls of Armament. So you see here 10,000 collection size, 46% owner distribution, floor price of 0.65, and 3,200 Ethereum traded. We are all senshis, and we'll see what that means now. Generated to win, infiltrating from within the metaverse out of real world as a community-driven, decentralized IP. You can see that these guys haven't revealed yet. They were really launched quite recently. You can see here on the 11th of May they were launched. And it's holding a nice straight line. You know, if the art is incredible and really positively surprises people, it could go up post-reveal, but usually even if the art is great, it does dip a bit. So if you're interested in it, I would say wait for reveal before getting in. Do like this placeholder, to be quite honest. So if we jump here to their website, you can see over here. All right, so let's start with mission. Okay, so a senshi is a warrior. So it says we are all senshis generated to win. We are all warriors. One might not have realized yet, but we are all warriors. Senshis fighting our own battles. Web3, the metaverse, blockchain, call it however you want. Technology is merely a tool to connect us all. Call to all warriors, regardless of whom you might be, where you live, and what you might love, join us. Okay, so that's their mission. Operations, situation report. In whatever human civilization has been obliterated by the destruction of an environment from a deadly virus in the atmosphere, and the space on Earth where mankind can survive has become extremely limited. Sounds like a real story. However, humans have still managed to thrive in small colonies that are widespread around the world. After numerous experiments, the colonies were able to successfully generate girls with combat capabilities and antibodies against the deadly virus. Upon creation of the girls, different classes were established based on their unique characteristics and abilities. With a total of 6 classes in place, they must all fight and win for survival. And then you've got the squad over here is the team. We can see Momi-san, Papa rapper, leader of Korean hip-hop label, Beautiful Noise. Don't get too confused. Project design is by Chem. Let's go through here and just open project design. That's interesting. Hey, also working on SEN Club, which is also like hyped. Yeah, we covered it actually. If you have a look on our YouTube, we did a feature on them. They're an upcoming project, but that's quite interesting. It is always good to see different experience. Joined January 2010, which is also very bullish, meaning that, yeah, it's not a new account created specifically for this. Then Spec Ops, Special Operation Forces. This is all the different collaborators and contractors, all with links, which is really nice to see. Okay, we've gone through the mission. Let's go through the agenda, the roadmap. So we've got the 7 rules. We don't overpromise, we only aim to deliver. Quality is never overlooked just to achieve quantity. Collaboration means creating something together for the future. We reveal only when we are prepared. Always remain humble, but take pride as a senshi. Develop and strengthen rather than compare ourselves to others. After all, we are all warriors. Music. Beautiful Noise is a K-pop label, wide spectrum. Yeah, so we saw this with another project as well. They're integrating existing musicians into the project, which is really cool. They've got some figurines coming out, which is also quite nice. Fashion, also quite nice. Game and content, so this is what I really want to see. We have plans to periodically launch game tournaments after considering the community's demand. Shenseis can compete to win rewards. Some might be solo competitions, some might be cooperative when Senshis will team up with their class to fight and enter the Hall of Fame. Infiltration into mainstream games. Imagine a Genesis Shensi custom skin and weapon in your favorite game. The team is actively planning collaborations with game studios to incorporate Genesis art and design into games. Putting Genesis holders' interests on top, special features, skins, or perks exclusive to holders is our aim through these integrations. VTubers. So, Raisi Irie, I'm sure I butchered that, will be our very first VTuber to debut using Genesis artwork. With official support from the team, we plan to receive additional applicants who want to debut as VTubers as well as support their activities. Of course, you are free to debut on your own as well. We encourage the community to support and give love to all VTuber senshis. Okay, and Genesis game original. We want to do things professionally and precisely. If we intend to release a game. Starting a game from scratch is an option we haven't ruled out yet. It might take years of time and considerable resources, so the team is carefully exploring. I actually like that they say that, because so many people promise a game as if it's coming tomorrow, and anyone who's been in the space, in the game space, knows that that's 100% not the case. It costs tens of millions of dollars to create a good game, and takes a really long time, even for the best studios. Created by the community, so just want to get across here, and battle log. So yeah, guys, I think that gives you a good idea of the project. We did see their Twitter. It's got a lot of followers from February. Is decent engagement. It's hard to know what was pinned and what wasn't. But yeah, definitely when next time you see it trending, you know what it is, and one to keep on your radar for sure. Okay, now we've got a very interesting one at quite a low entry point. BBRC RV Boys. And just to jump to the reason this is so interesting, like, let's get to the punchline first. The founder is the head of New Balance in Korea currently. And they are teasing about a second and a third drop. And I think that this might be, and this is alpha and speculative, it's not fact, but it does make sense that this might be New Balance's jump into the metaverse or into NFTs. So we've seen, obviously Nike is in the space. So we've got Adidas. We sort of have Puma testing the waters with cat blocks and other cat projects a little bit. We haven't yet seen New Balance. We've even seen Champion a little bit test the waters with non-fungible people as well, very little bit. So this might very well be New Balance's step into the metaverse. They've revealed recently they did go as low as about 0.12. They're now sitting at 0.23. I do think they will continue climbing, which it actually looks like they have already, because the cheapest you can buy is 0.63. Let's just swap according to buy now. And usually, okay, no, there are some 0.22 over there. If we go to activity over here, there was a dip after reveal. No, it was, well, actually not much, eh? Maybe it was revealed here. I would guess, but I don't know. It felt like yesterday, but this is not what happens after reveal. And I do remember a dip. So yeah, I would definitely say it revealed a week ago. Over here, dipped, and now people are starting to realize more about this project. I mean, this is a lot of sales. 1,400 sales in this market is definitely not a joke at all. So yeah, I mean, this is very bullish signs. The cheapest one that we've looked at so far, they were able to mint out in this environment. They had a very fair mint price. I think it was 0.1, but I do stand to be corrected there. Owner distribution is good. The collection size is not huge. Owner distribution is very good, which basically the reason we look at this is just, if you've got 7,000 items in one owner, just in theory, he can dump everything and make the floor price zero immediately. And so as you get more owners, percentages to the collection size, and this is about 70%, 65%. As you go higher, you've got less chance of one or two whales being able to manipulate the floor price, not even intentionally. Just say a whale gets cold feet and wants to get out and dumps 300 of them. As you get a higher owner distribution, it does give you a bit of a comfortable feeling that the floor price is going to be a little bit more stable, which is great. Okay, so let's jump onto their website over here. This is just their company thing. It's nothing major. So BBRC Studios is an incubator for art, fashion, New Balance, and culture that will bridge the gap between Web 2 and Web 3. Our goal is to build a singular ecosystem to a house of collective NFT projects and intellectual properties, each with their own unique identities, utilities, communities, and roadmaps that are all part of the greater BBRC roadmap. More details to be released in future. Becoming a member at one will give you, will give you exclusive benefits to others and the BBRC universe. Year one, welcome to BBRC Studios. This year we plan to launch several projects, starting with our Genesis project, which is the one we're looking at now, guys. IV Boys by Aaron Chang. IV Boys holders will gain entry into the BBRC ecosystem and will have priority access to future projects. You can expect exclusive drops, in real life private experiences, brand collaborations, New Balance, merch collections, and our take on the metaverse. Community is at the forefront of our foundation in how we build utility and bring back to our creators and members. Genesis Project, here's the collection of 777, which we've seen, 7777. Project 2, Mystery, going to be interesting. Project 3, Within Time, all will be revealed. Wait and see. I would bet my bottom dollar that one of these is New Balance, one of the two new collections. Then we have a look at the team. See here the co-founder and CEO, Mr. Gentle Ape, serial entrepreneur and founder, CEO of retail and lifestyle group with stores across 5 countries, collaborated with Disney, Star Wars, Pagay, Singapore Airlines, and Audi. Just want to go here quickly onto Twitter. Let's use a previous one that we had here. Wow, We've got a notable following over here, 100,000 followers. Bored Ape Yacht Club holder, likes Mutant Apes, Bored Ape Kennel Club, Clone X, Doodles, Cool Cats, and Water Woman. I think we all do. But yeah, definitely got a very decent following. Would be interesting to keep scrolling and just see before this type of stuff he was posting. But it does look to me like he's definitely been in the space for a good amount of time and knows what he's doing. Then at Cool KT, the CFO, was previously COO of retail groups that manage Uniqlo, Adidas, Ben Sherman, Topshop, and Dorothy Perkins. So fashion is huge. Started a career as a financial auditor at KPMG. Interesting, accountant turned into fashion mogul. Then we've got Andrew Chang, and a US founder and CEO of Los Angeles-based apparel and manufacturing brands. He's got a background in business, film, branding, manufacturing. And I think, I stand to be corrected, but I think Andrew is who runs New Balance career, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just jump over here and just see. That's ring the bell for sure. PBR Studios, US co-founder of Ivy Boys merch, events, brand collabs. It's in LA, so maybe not. One of them for sure. We keep going there, and so on and so forth. I mean, you can have a look here at the team. It's a decent sized team. Quite interesting. You've got Freeman Zion from Nanopass, which is just interesting, and PXN. Stop asking me for PXN whitelist. But yeah, definitely a stacked team over here, and one that I think you should keep on your radar for sure. And then the last project for tonight, just a very quick look into it, Dijon Tunes, because they've been staying consistent in price while everything else seems to be falling. You can see they had a humongous jump up to over 2 ETH over here. They've got a drop in 2 weeks' time where you get dynamite dropped to you for each one you own. You can then use the dynamite to either upgrade your character and make it more rare. And the more dynamite, you can use it, I think, 3 times, and then you've got the rarest. So I do think that's why, part of why we're seeing a pump over here. It's a team of a bunch of 20 to 30-year-old guys. Where's their website? There it is. Let's just have a look here. We've got 9,000 with 4,000 owners. So not the best owner ratio that we've seen. Huge amount of Ethereum traded. 11,000 ETH. Here you can see the artwork. Definitely brings back nostalgia for all of us, I'm sure. They have said that they've been very careful to change core traits that, in their opinion, it doesn't infringe on any copyrights. I don't know enough about like Disney copyrights and all those studios and how they register them and what parts of the character they can copyright or not. But that is something that is on my mind when I think of investing in these, is, do I potentially want to be sued by the creators of Tom and Jerry or whatever it may be? I don't know that they can or not. I don't know enough about it, but I do think that is something that's worth keeping in the back of your mind, not to fud it, but I do think that is something that you need to be aware of. It looks very similar to stuff that is copyrighted, but again, they have said that they've done things to mitigate that. Again, I don't know enough about it to say whether they have or not. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Here you see their website, 8,888 tunes. Minting rewards is some t-shirts, 101 tokens, special roles in Discord. Holding rewards, airdrops. So we've said they've got one coming up, a DAO, so that everyone in the community gets a vote. Metaverse access. And I know that these guys definitely bought some NFT worlds for sure. I know that. Tune token rewards. So again, they're in project token. exclusive merch, Toontown Private Club, in real life meetup events, holder giveaways, ETH tunes, trips, and more. So the roadmap, phase 1, launching the collection, which has been done. That's all been done in phase 1. Phase 2, enable their DAO. Current holders rewarded with airdrops, including additional tunes and ETH. Minting rewards will be deployed. Official merch store. Stage 3, activate and fund the community and charity wallet. First in real life event and merch store. Phase 4, the metaverse action begins. DAO voting starts. Construction of Toontown in the metaverse. Holders will begin to receive Toon token, airdrop to all holders. Metaverse is launched and constitution of Toontown curated in the metaverse. And again, they're using NFT worlds for this. And then phase 5, the next generation, Dijon Toons Drop 2 is released and building a foundation for play to earn. Rare one of ones, the crew. Let's just jump on there. Okay, if we look at their Twitter while that's loading, this is not their Twitter, that's one of the crew. Let's jump onto their Twitter. 38,000 joined October 2021. So if we look here, co-founder of Dijon Toons and the studio. That's a project coming soon. Okay, so that can't tell us much. All Dijon Toons in the recent, which is fine. That's what they, but when did he join? February 2021, so not the longest standing. Yeah, June 2021. Both of them have their location as Los Angeles. Something we do know that he's in America or some country where they've already released the hex. Because I know in South Africa, where I am, you can't do the hex yet. The Twitter blue is not yet released, right? So, we can sort of narrow it down if we want to there. I'd love to see LinkedIn's, I really, really would love to. That's Instagram. Just in general, I'd prefer to see it. Let's go crew. No, that's all. That's the extent of it. So yeah, guys, another one to have on your radar. That's projects that I've seen popping. Yesterday, Milady started popping. If that continues popping, we'll have a look at them next week. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you have, please hit the like button. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. If you haven't already, subscribe with bell notifications on. Always welcome in our Discord, and I will see you on Friday. Thank you. Keep well. Ciao.